What up? It's the real MVPs here, and we're gonna go over a little bit about what pros do that you should probably do too. 1, they don't waste time. There's only so much time in a day. You can't afford to waste time when you're fishing for money. Somewhere, somebody's catching them, and it should be you. They are very efficient. They are very efficient with their time. They know how to maximize productivity. Now, I just heard an angler the other day say when he pulls up to a spawning fish, if he throws over there and the fish swims away and it takes him 5 seconds to come back, it should take him 5 minutes to catch. If it takes him 10 seconds to come back, it should take him 10 minutes to catch. If it takes him 20 seconds to come back, it should take him 20 minutes to catch. They are very efficient with their time. They know how to maximize their time on the water. 2, they know why they are using a bait. Temperature, weather, water clarity, all these can affect why you're throwing a bait. They know if it's cold. They know if it's hot. They know if it's muddy. They know if it's windy, what to throw. They have put time on the water to learn these things. 1, they're very effective with their time. 2, they know why to throw the baits that they're throwing. They're not just throwing random baits out. 3, they do their homework, and you should too. Google Maps, lake maps, tournament results, fish catch, like if you're on an app and they have fish catches that you can post or that other people can post. Go on there and see what they caught them on. Go out there and see where they caught them. You don't have to fish exactly where they caught them, but it's a hint to where to start on a different area. You know, if they're catching them on a point, maybe you can go to a different point. If they're catching them on a dock, maybe you can go to a different dock. It's an idea of where to start. They do their homework. You should too. Number 4, they're willing to ask questions. They're willing to learn. They're willing to ask questions. Pros, professional anglers ask questions. Professional anglers learn new stuff every day. Yes, professional anglers learn new stuff every day. You should be learning everything you can every time you can. Fishing is always evolving. It's always evolving. It's always changing. Bait presentations are changing. Live scope is now introduced. You have all these new things that you have to learn. You should always be learning something. There's always something to learn in fishing. Every day is a new day. Knots, baits, fishing tips, anything you can learn, you should be learning. Number 5, they will sit on an area. Now this goes with number 1, 2, 3, and 4. This goes with all the other ones. They know why they're throwing a bait. They know how to maximize their time. If they're on an area and they're not getting bit, they either know to change up or leave. They know to change something or leave. This goes along with homework. If you do your homework on a body of water, it will help you be more efficient when you get out there. If you just go out there blindly and then just start throwing around, you don't have nowhere to start. If you've been fishing and you know those key things, then you might know where to start. But you got to do your homework. You got to do your homework. Is it summer? Is it spring? Is the water muddy? Is it dropping? Is it raising? Is it finna rain? Do your homework. They'll sit on an area. They know this. Like I said, this goes with the time on the water too. You know, maximizing your time on the water. They know when to leave. They know when a bait isn't working. They know when a bait should be working. You know, but maybe it's a different color that they need to throw. Maybe it's the wind that's wrong. Maybe it's the water that's dropping. Maybe it's rising. Something is different. Something is different. But they will sit on an area if they know it's productive. That is one thing a lot of anglers don't do. They fish too fast. Once an angler knows an area is productive, sit on it a little while. See what's on it. You know, if you catch 3 to 4 fish on the area, you know, you don't have to fish that same spot, but fish the area. A lot of times they'll change color before they'll change bait. So a lot of times if you're sitting on an area and you know, man, this technique should be working. This technique should be working. A lot of times they'll change color. Let's see, hey, okay, black and blue isn't working, let me try something else. Green pumpkin isn't working, let me try something else. Now I've tried a few different colors, the bait isn't working, now we can start changing baits, different techniques. And last but not least, they stick to certain baits for certain presentations. If they have a worm, they have a certain type of worm they're going to throw. If they throw a crawfish, they're going to throw a certain type of crawfish. They have a certain brand that they use when they need that presentation. Greg Hackney, Strike King Rage Cross, Strike King Rage Bug, Strike King Rodent. He's always throwing these 3 baits. But it's always a situation where he needs these baits. You see what I'm saying? Stick to one bait that you know works. Don't go to every different lake, start throwing all these random baits. Stick to a bait that you're used to. Stick to a bait that you're comfortable with. Stick to a bait that you know catches fish. Don't just go out and start throwing a bunch of random baits. You know, yes, you can throw a bunch of random baits and learn them, but when you need a certain technique, have that one bait ready to go at all times. Hey, I need a flip. Let me get this certain brand of crawfish that I like. Hey, I need a swim bait. Let me get X brand of swim bait. Hey, I need a crankbait. Let me get a certain type of crankbait. A lot of these professional anglers, yes, they promote and they market baits and brands, but that's what they throw. I mean, that's what they're gonna go to. That's what they throw. If they need a flip, they're gonna go to that certain crawl that they know is gonna work. If they need a worm, they know they're gonna go to that worm that they know is gonna work. These are small things that pros do that we as non-professional anglers can always do to maximize our catches and our ability to catch fish. So always take these little things into consideration while you're on the water. Real MVPs.